Hey everyone, this is Christine from Kyanite Psychic Services. I'm a formally trained psychic reader and healer, a trance medium, as well as a psychic development teacher and a professional musician. You can find out more about me and my services on my website, which is kyanitepsychic.com, and you can find me on social media as at Kyanite Psychic. So I just wanted to take a few moments today to talk about working with ascended masters and saints as your spirit guides. Ascended masters and saints work with many people at once, right? They're well-known figures, well-known beings, and they vibrate at a high frequency. They're high vibrational beings. They are able to inhabit the upper levels of the astral, right? And the difference between ascended masters and saints and archangels, deities, is that ascended masters and saints are high vibrational but have been human before, whereas angels have not been human, right? Many times, all the time, ascended masters and saints are associated with certain regions, certain religious traditions and practices. And sometimes that can get in the way of us forming personal connections with them as our spirit guides. It is absolutely possible for ascended masters and saints to be spirit guides, to be your guide, even, right? They can be guides to many simultaneously and have been for ages. So, even if a guide, a saint, for instance, has come from a particular religious practice, you do not have to be a part of that practice to work with them as your guide. You do not have to in order to have a close connection with them, to have a personal relationship with them. So, sharing an example from my personal life and practice, I work with Santa Lucia. She is absolutely one of my guides. She is associated with the Catholic faith. And even though I am Italian American, right? I was not raised Catholic and I am not a practicing Catholic. However, she's my guide and I work with her, right? Often. So I just wanted to share that as a personal example. It's possible for her to work with me non denominationally. And it's possible for her to also work with those who are practicing Catholics and so on. It's also really important to keep in mind that we as humans are limited in our capacity for connection, meaning I can only have one in depth conversation with one person at a time. I can't have that with multiple people at once. But ascended masters and saints and all of our guides, right? They're non physical. Their capacity for connection is different. And yes, they can have meaningful, in depth connections and energetic exchanges with more than one person at the same time, right? We are limited in our physical body, but spirit in that regard is limitless. It's really important to keep that in mind. So if you are connecting with your guides and it comes forward that an ascended master or a saint is one of your guides, validate that information and know that it is possible for you to have a personal connection with that guide. So, if what I've said today resonates with you and you'd like to learn more about how to confidently connect with and communicate with your guides, I'd love to invite you to my workshop called Communicate with Your Spirit Guides. In this workshop, we're going to go into meditation to awaken our awareness of energy. You're going to meet and become aware of your guides. Learn how to communicate with them and receive healing messages that support you on your individual journey. We're going to discuss the nature of spirit guides as well as review all of the psychic senses because they're such an important means of communicating with our guides and with the non-physical. So I'll put the link to register for that workshop in the comments below. And if you have appreciated the content of this video, please consider liking it and subscribing to my channel. And feel free to leave a comment if there are ascended masters or saints that you personally work with. I'd love to hear from you. So I'm sending you all my very best wishes as you take your steps on your life's path. Thanks so much.